The story begins in a post-apocalyptic setting where silence is not just golden, it is a matter of survival. Earth has been overrun by blind, alien creatures with hypersensitive hearing. These predators hunt anything that makes a sound, forcing the remaining humans to adapt to a life of absolute silence. On day 89, we meet the Abbott family, parents Lee and Evelyn, their deaf daughter Reagan, and her younger brothers, Marcus and Bo. The family scavenges for supplies in a deserted town, walking barefoot to avoid making noise. The opening scene foreshadows the dangers of sound when Bo innocently plays with a noisy toy spaceship, attracting one of the creatures. Despite Lee's desperate attempt to save him, Bo is killed, leaving the family devastated. Living in silence. The story picks up a year later on day 472, with the Abbotts living in a soundproofed farmhouse. Lee has developed innovative ways to ensure the family's survival, including using sand paths to muffle footsteps and painted floorboards to indicate safe spots that won't creak. The family communicates using American Sign Language, a skill that proves invaluable in their silent world. Reagan, grappling with guilt over Bo's death, has a strained relationship with her father, believing he blames her. Meanwhile, Evelyn is pregnant, a development that poses a significant risk. The family knows a crying newborn could spell disaster, so they prepare a soundproofed basement equipped with an oxygen mask for the baby. Navigating danger and guilt. Tension rises when Lee takes Marcus on a fishing trip to teach him survival skills. Reagan, feeling excluded, defies her father's orders and visits Bo's memorial by the river. During the fishing trip, Lee explains how natural loud sounds, such as running water, can mask quieter noises, allowing safe communication. Back at the farm, Evelyn's water breaks prematurely while she is home alone. As labor begins, she accidentally steps on a nail, dropping a lantern that shatters and creates noise. The sound attracts a creature, and Evelyn is forced to remain silent despite the pain. Using a series of ingenious distractions, she manages to alert Lee and hide in the basement. Lee and Marcus return to find the house in chaos, but they manage to locate Evelyn and help deliver the baby. However, the family's safety is short-lived, as the creatures continue to prowl the area, drawn by the earlier commotion. Sacrifice and discovery. As the creatures close in, Lee instructs Marcus and the baby to hide in the truck while he searches for Reagan. When the creatures attack, Lee makes the ultimate sacrifice to save his children. He screams, drawing the creatures toward him and away from the kids. Reagan and Marcus watch in horror as Lee is killed, but his act of love ensures their survival. Reagan, overwhelmed by grief and guilt, realizes that the high-frequency feedback from her cochlear implant can repel the creatures. She and Marcus use the hearing aid signal to drive one of the creatures away, giving them a newfound weapon against their predators. A new hope. With her father's research and the newfound knowledge about the creature's weakness, Reagan and Evelyn prepare to fight back. The film ends on a hopeful yet tense note, as the family braces for the next wave of attacks, now armed with a means to turn the tables on their relentless enemies. Silence as survival. The film explores the power and fragility of silence in a world where even the faintest noise can be deadly. It delves into how humans adapt to extreme circumstances, using creativity and ingenuity to navigate a soundless existence. Family and sacrifice. At its core, A Quiet Place is a story about familial love and sacrifice. Lee's ultimate act of selflessness underscores the lengths parents will go to protect their children. Evelyn's resilience in the face of overwhelming odds highlights the strength of motherhood. Guilt and redemption. Regan's journey is marked by her struggle with guilt over Bo's death and her eventual realization of her own strength. Her discovery of the creature's weakness symbolizes her path to redemption and empowerment. Innovation and resilience. The Abbotts' ability to innovate, whether through soundproofing their home or using natural sounds for cover, illustrates the resilience of the human spirit in the face of insurmountable odds. Bo's tragic death. The film's opening scene sets the tone for the story by showcasing the dangers of sound in this dystopian world. Bo's death serves as a painful reminder of the stakes and establishes the emotional core of the movie. It is a moment that shapes the family dynamic, with each member carrying their own guilt and grief. Regan's perspective. Regan's decision to give Bo the toy spaceship, albeit without its batteries, is a source of immense guilt for her. She believes her actions directly led to his death, creating a rift between her and her father. Lee's perspective. As the protector of the family, Lee's inability to save Bo adds a layer of self-recrimination that drives his relentless efforts to ensure his family's survival. Evelyn's silent labor. Evelyn's labor scene is one of the most intense moments in the film. Alone in the house, she must endure excruciating pain without making a sound. Her accidental injury on the exposed nail and the resulting noise amplify the tension, as she fights to protect herself and her unborn child. This scene is a testament to Evelyn's strength and resourcefulness. She uses her surroundings to create distractions and find safety, embodying the theme of resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. Lee's sacrifice. Lee's final act of selflessness is the emotional climax of the film. As the creatures corner Reagan and Marcus, Lee screams to draw them away, sacrificing himself to save his children. Impact on the family. Lee's death serves as a turning point for Reagan and Marcus, forcing them to step up and embrace their own strengths. Symbolism. His sacrifice highlights the theme of parental love and the lengths parents will go to protect their children. Regan's discovery. Regan's realization that her cochlear implant can be weaponized against the creatures is a moment of empowerment and redemption. Throughout the film, she feels like a burden due to her deafness, but this discovery turns her perceived weakness into a strength. Her actions in the final moments symbolize her acceptance of her father's belief in her abilities and her determination to carry on his legacy. The power of silence. Silence is both a survival mechanism and a thematic element in the film. The absence of sound emphasizes the character's vulnerability, heightening tension, and drawing viewers into the story. The use of sign language as the family's primary mode of communication reflects their adaptability and underscores the importance of nonverbal connection in times of crisis. Family dynamics. The film's emotional core lies in its portrayal of the Abbott family. Each member contributes to the story's depth. Lee, the stoic protector, whose every action is driven by his love for his family. Evelyn, the nurturing and resilient mother, embodying both strength and vulnerability. Regan, the guilt-ridden daughter seeking redemption and validation. Marcus, the cautious and fearful son who must overcome his insecurities to survive. Survival and innovation. The Abbotts' ability to innovate and adapt to their environment is a testament to human resilience. From laying sand paths to soundproofing the basement, their ingenuity highlights the lengths people will go to survive. The film's portrayal of these survival tactics adds realism and depth, making the characters' struggles feel tangible and relatable. Guilt and redemption. Regan's journey from guilt to redemption is one of the most compelling aspects of the film. Her discovery of the creature's weakness not only empowers her but also validates her father's faith in her. This arc reinforces the idea that even in the darkest times, there is room for growth and redemption. The red lights. The red lights that Evelyn activates during labor symbolize both danger and the family's resilience. They serve as a silent alarm system, showcasing the Abbotts' ingenuity and their commitment to protecting each other. The cochlear implant. Regan's hearing aid is a symbol of both her perceived vulnerability and her ultimate strength. Its transformation into a weapon against the creatures represents the turning of the tide in the family's fight for survival. The sand paths. The sand paths laid by Lee represent the family's meticulous efforts to survive. They are a literal manifestation of their journey through a world fraught with danger and a metaphor for the care and precision required to navigate life's challenges. The film's ending is both hopeful and tense. With the discovery of the creature's weakness, the Abbotts gain a significant advantage in their fight for survival. However, the final moments, which show Evelyn preparing to face more creatures, remind viewers that their battle is far from over. The open-ended conclusion sets the stage for further exploration of the family's journey, leaving audiences eager for the next chapter. Conclusion: a cinematic masterpiece. A Quiet Place is more than just a horror film, it's a deeply emotional and thought-provoking exploration of survival, family, and resilience. Its unique premise, combined with powerful performances and masterful storytelling, creates a cinematic experience that lingers long after the credits roll. Through its themes of love, sacrifice, and the power of silence, the film delivers a poignant message about the strength of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity. A thrilling and emotional masterpiece. A Quiet Place masterfully blends horror, suspense, and emotion, creating a film that is both heart-pounding and deeply moving. Its focus on family dynamics amidst a terrifying premise makes it a unique and unforgettable cinematic experience. Through its minimal dialogue and powerful visual storytelling, the movie emphasizes the importance of love, sacrifice, and resilience in the face of unimaginable adversity. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.